So put the hand together, and every time we say Buddham Bujemi, bow down first time, then Dhammam Bujemi, Sangham Bujemi, all right? Buddham Bujemi, bow down first time. Dhammam Bujemi, Sangham Bujemi. Again, we say Namo Tassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Okay, we also read the English text. I pay respect to the Buddha, the spiritual master, teacher. I pay respect to the Dhamma, the teaching of the Buddha. I pay respect to the Sangha, the community of monks and nuns. I pay homage to the Exalted One, Arahant, one who is free from all defilements and perfectly enlightened by himself. Okay. And then, so actually chanting is part of the samatha practice. Okay. Okay, now we recite this 3 times. I make it bigger for you all to see. Vandami chetiyam sabam sabatani supatititam Saririka dhatu mahabodhim Buddha rupam sakalam sada Vandami cejiyam sabam sabatani supatititam Saririka dhatu mahabodhi Buddha rupam sakalam sada Vandami chetiyam sabam sabatani supatititam Salirika dhatu mahabodhi Buddha rupam sakalam sada. I salute every shrine that may stand in any place, the bodily relics, the great body, and all the images of the Buddha. Okay, now we do five count of respect. Buddha guno ananto, Dhamma guno ananto, Sangha guno ananto, Mata pitu guno ananto, Acharya guno ananto. The qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, parents, and teachers are endless, unlimited. Okay. Five count respect. Himaya Dhammano Dhammapatipatiya Buddham Pujemi. With this practice that conforms to the Dhamma, I honor the Buddha. Pay respect one time. Imaya Dhammano Dhammapatipatiya Dhammam Pujemi. With this practice that conforms to the Dhamma, I honor the Dhamma. Pray respect. Second time. Imaya Dhammano Dhammapatipatiya Sangham Pujemi. With this practice that conforms to the Dhamma, I honor the Sangha. Himaya Dhammano Dhammapatipatiya Mata Pitalo Pujemi. With this practice that conforms to the Dhamma, I honor my parents. Bow down. Imaya Dhammano Dhammapatipatiya Acariye Pujemi. Now we recite Itipiso. Iti piso bhagawa arahan samma sambuddho Vijacharana sampano sugato lokavidu Anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta dewa manusana buddho bhagavati Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Sanditiko Akaliko Ehipasiko Opanaiko Pachatam Veditabo Vinyohiti. Contemplation of the Sangha. Supatipanno Bhagavato Sawaka Sangho Ujupatipanno Bhagavato Sawaka Sangho Nyayapatipanno Bhagavato Sawaka Sangho Samichi Patipanno Bhagavato Sawaka Sangho Yadidam chatali purisa yugani atta purisa pugala esa bhagavato sawaka sangho ahuneyo pahuneyo dakineyo anjali karaneyo anutaram punya keta lokasati. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay. All right. Now, some of you can turn off the video because I'm afraid that it might take too much of the data. All right. Now we are going to continue this Arya Pariyesana Sutta. So previously we said already, the Bodhisattva met the first teacher, Alala Kalama. Now he met the second one. After he gave up the first teacher way, he approached Uddaka Ramaputta. So he want to live the spiritual life in this Dhamma and discipline. So at the time, this Dhamma does not mean that the Buddha teaching, because the Buddha has not enlightened yet. All right, the Bodhisattva not enlightened yet. So this refer to the practice at that time, and discipline refer to their rules and regulation. All right, then Uddaka Ramaputta say he believed that Bodhisattva can be enlightened soon. Then after that, not soon, then the Bodhisattva, we call it as Gautama, already very much. So he just repeat the lesson, whatever taught by beating of the lips means whatever, as soon as the teacher say something, he just repeat by opening the mouth and just repeating, and then he know how to practice. So after that, then he also believed that the Lama, no, this Lama refer to the teacher of Uddaka. So this Uddaka, his name is Uddaka Lama Buddha. Okay, so Uddaka is his personal name. So he either might be the son or the disciple of Rama, right? So Uddaka is the personal name. So from here, actually, he said not that the Rama. He believed that Rama already enlightened. So Rama already have the knowledge. So Rama really know and sing this Dhamma. So this Dhamma is not the Buddha teaching. This Dhamma refer to, now the meaning of Dhamma has many meanings. Sometimes the Dhamma refer to the Buddha's teaching, but this Dhamma refer to the way of meditation. Okay, so don't confuse with the Buddha teaching, because the Buddha has not enlightened yet. Okay. Then what Uddaka Ramaputta declare, the practice, that Dhamma is actually the spheres of neither perception nor non-perception. So Neva Sanya Nasanya Yatana. So among all the jhana, so this is the highest jhana. Right. Now, this is same thing from here on. The Bodhisattva, he also believe, he also need to have faith, just like Lama. He also need to have energy, viriya, just like Lama. He also need to have mindfulness. He also need to have concentration and wisdom. So you can see this, as I mentioned about last week, five faculties are important in Vipassana or either in Samatha practice. All right. So whether you are practicing Samatha or Vipassana, you need to be good in all this practice. All right. Okay. Then after that, he strive to practice. Then not soon, because not long. So he also practiced it. After that, he experienced the neither perception nor non-perception. That's the highest jhana, highest arupa jhana. Then after that, he approached the Udaka Lama Buddha for confirmation. So he asked Lama. Now here actually two person. Okay, Udaka is the person that the Bodhisattva talked to, and then Rama was the teacher of Udaka. Right? He said, did Rama, it is the way, friend. Friend means Udaka. The Rama means the teacher of Udaka. Did the Rama, the teacher, experience in this way? Right? Then the Udaka said, yes, the Rama also experienced in that way. And then that's why the Bodhisattva said, yes, he also experienced in the same way. There is neither perception nor non-perception. Actually, according to some of the commentaries say, actually they say at the time the Udaka, he did not attain the neither perception nor non-perception. Only his teacher, Rama, already attained. Okay, this was why. So later we see, he say, as the Rama knew, you also knew. And after that, he asked him to ask the Bodhisattva to take over. Parihara means you look after or take over or take care of the group. Because at that time, the Bodhisattva, his level is higher than Udaka. Since some according to subcommittee say, Udaka did not attain that stage yet. So that's why he said, you take over as a leader, right? And you can say that here, the Udaka place him as teacher because the Bodhisattva attained that level. Udaka not attain. That's why place him as teacher and then worship him. But even though Bodhisattva attained the highest jhana and also being worshipped means being paid respect by all these people, all the group there, he also realized that Dhamma, no matter how high is the Arupa jhana or actually neither perception nor perception is the highest jhana. So if you calculate in Sutanta, it's 4 plus 4 is the highest 8 jhana. That Dhamma, this is referred to jhana, does not lead to disenchantment, to dispassion, to cessation, to peace, to deep knowledge, sambodha, complete enlightenment, or nibbana. So it writes that if he just continue to practice this neither perception nor non-perception, this Dhamma here, but what's the result? At the end, he only reborn in the take rebirth in the sphere of neither perception, non-perception. So that's why he didn't find any satisfaction there. Right? So he was disgusted with that Dhamma. Because that Dhamma only lead to very calm and peaceful jhanic state. It didn't lead to Nibbana. So that's why the Buddha, the Bodhisattva turned away from this. Now, after that, you can see the Bodhisattva start to look for the path. Right? He want to look for path that is a noble, peaceful state. Then after that, he go to Maganda and he reached a place called Uluwela. Then he saw a piece of land near jungle and nearby got a river, clear river. And also for the ascetic at that time, they need a place that is quiet, like this kind of place, delightful, pleasing, and they also need some drinking water. So there's a river there, and also it's a place for them to correct arms to get some food. Okay, so it's a suitable place. They say, delightful is this piece of land with its pleasing jungle thicket, with the clear water flowing and lovely banks, and it is near a village suitable for collecting alms. Okay, and this is surely enough for striving of a son or a good family who is seeking for strife, right? Then after that, he sat down and he started to meditate. Now, this sentence is repeating, but actually the whole sutta, you can say this sentence is the key point. Why did the Bodhisattva look for enlightenment? Because, as I mentioned before, he knows that he himself is subject to birth. Right. Now, this jati is birth. Now, Dhammo, this Dhammo has another meaning. Beside the Buddha teaching, Dhammo means here translate as subject to birth. But another way we can translate is has birth nature. Just we translate the Dhammo means birth nature. All right. And so it means that after he passed away, he will reborn again. So that's a birth nature. Or you can say, since he's born now in this life, he will be subject to many suffering. All right. So being myself subject to birth or have the nature of birth or birth nature, after understanding the danger of being subject to birth, then he seek for ajatam, birthless, anuttaram, supreme, yoga kemam, secure, peaceful, nibbana, right? So this one is an adjective to explain how he perceives what is nibbana. It's a place of no birth, no suffering, and so on. So it's a very quiet place, peaceful place. This is kema, okay? Then he attained the birthless, supreme, secure nibbana. Okay, that's mean at this part he is talking about he has enlightened. Now the Buddha, when he enlightened at the first stage, then subsequently he practiced again second stage, third stage, and fourth stage, all the way towards the higher stage, that's the Arahant. Right? So this say that he attained Nibbana. So repeat again. So the sentence, being subject to old age, so understand the danger, then he seek for Nibbana. Being subject to sickness, Biadi Dhammo, he is look for Nibbana. Being subject to Marana, death, after understanding the danger in subject to death, and so on. Being subject to grief, so he look for Nibbana, griefless. Being subject to defilements, then he look for Nibbana. Okay? So this sentence actually in Bali is very easy to memorize because it's keep on repeating. Even the English is easy. So that's mean that how he understand about Nibbana, and it's good for us to understand what is Nibbana. Right? So Nibbana already mentioned here, which through the adjective, Nibbana means birthless. It's a place there's no birth. Because Nibbana is free from samsara. No birth, no birth, no death, no sickness and all. So Nibbana is a place no birth. Nibbana is a place no aging. Nibbana is a place no sickness. Nibbana is a place no sorrow, no lamentation, no defilements. Okay, Nibbana is a place no defilement. So this is a good, because when we read original sutta, we get to know the real essence of Nibbana. So what is Nibbana? It's a place no birth, no sickness, no death, free of defilements, no sorrow. Okay. And after that, the knowledge and insight appear to him. So this knowledge insight refer to vipassana or highest knowledge. He confirmed that he has liberation of mind. And this is the last birth. So every time when we see this sentence, we know that this somebody, like the Buddha now, attain the arahantship. When they attain the arahantship, then it will say that this last birth. Antima. Antima means last birth. Because after they pass away, there's no more rebirth. And confirm again by this, there's no more rebirth. Punna bhava means no more rebirth, continuation of existence. Right? So that's the meaning of whole thing. Okay, so at this point, we know the Buddha already enlightened. Now, so after that, so up to now, what we know that the Buddha gave up the two practice, two practices by his two teacher who taught him the third Alubhajana and the fourth Alubhajana, which lead him just to a jhanic place. So after that, he practiced by himself and he used his first jhana power, and after he contemplated dependent origination, then he attained Nibbana, which is a place, no birth, no sorrow, no limitation, no defilement, and so on. So after that, when the Buddha become enlightened, he start to think about that. Yes. Okay, so I asked somebody to read. Puelio? Yes, you can join in reading. You can start from this one, the story of Brahma's request.
Okay, Sayaji, the story about Brahma's request.
Mm.
Read the English of Sayaji.
Mm-mm.
Then,
Okay.
monks, this occurred to me. This Dharma I've attained is deep, hard to see, hard to understand. Peaceful, excellent, beyond the sphere of logic, profound, understandable only by the wise. But this generation delights in desire, is devoted to desire, gladdened by desire. And uh, and
Yeah,
for
this
this
one.
generation delighting in desire, devoted to desire, gladdened by desire, this thing is hard to see. That is to say, conditionality and conditional origination. This thing also is hard to see. That is to say, the tranquilizing of all processes, the letting go of all bases for craving, the end of craving, dispassion, cessation, nibbana. But if I were to teach the Dhamma and others did not understand me, that would be tiring for me. That would be troublesome to me.
Okay, thank you. So this is the thought that came to Buddha, right? Before he start to teach. He understand the Dhamma is deep. Now, what is this Dhamma? The Dhamma is the Dhamma that let him attain enlightenment. So he already say here, right? The Dhamma is to do with conditionality, means cause and effect, and also specifically on dependent origination. So here translate as a conditional origination, paticca samuppada. So in the previous class, in the Abhidhamma class, we already go through this paticca samuppada. So these are very difficult to see. So it's very peaceful, excellent, beyond the sphere of logic, very profound. Okay, so Nibbana, which is how the Buddha attained Nibbana, is through thinking about, contemplate about dependent origination. But the Dhamma here is about Nibbana. Very difficult to see. Now, since it's talking about Nibbana means it's like letting go the craving, but people are delighting in craving, desire. Since it's like their mind is so covered up by desire. So if the Buddha going to teach something about letting go the desire, so people will not understand it. That's why Buddha say this is hard for them to see, hard to say, you know, letting go all the upadi, patinisaga. Upadi is kind of like grasping, clinging, and now the Buddha here say very clearly. Just now the Buddha say no aging, no birth, no sickness, and so on. So here the Buddha say, what is nibbana? And no craving. Okay? This passion, cessation, nibbana. So previously I think I mentioned to you all, nirvana, Sanskrit is like this. Nirvana, then Pali is nibbana. Now, nirvana means vana is craving. So ni, N-I-R, is end of craving. So actually in nibbana, if you want to make it very simple, because sometimes if we talk about nibbana, it's very difficult to understand. So we know nibbana or nirvana is end of craving. Okay, so if you want to describe to people what is nibbana, you can just direct use this one. And our craving is nirvana or nibbana. Since people like craving, people like desire, so it's very difficult for them to practice nibbana. So that's why Buddha say, if I to teach the Dhamma, they will not understand me, so it will be very tired. It will be troublesome for me. All right. So from now, then the Buddha at that point, his mind is not inclined to teach. Okay. So after that, then the Buddha say this one. Furthermore, monks, these truly wonderful verses occur to me that were unheard of in the past. Now it is suitable for me to explain what is attained with difficulty. For those overcome by passion and hatred, this Dharma is not easily understood. Go against the stream, it is profound, deep, hard to see, subtle. Those delighting in passion, obstructed by darkness, will not see it. Right? That's why sometimes the Dharma is always use this one, Patisota. I think some of you attend the Bande Chandima. His class is called Patisota. Now, sota is stream, so Patik sota is go against the stream. Because normally, like the stream of water flows down, people follow the stream very easily. Like people are always indulged in craving, like just follow the stream. So if you want to fight against the stream, you have to flow. So you need to make more effort, can say double or triple, because you are going against the stream. So this means that instead of enjoying craving, you want to cut away, let go the craving. So it's not easy. That's why it's profound, deep, and hard to see. Okay, so there's a reflection of the monks, reflection of the Buddha monks. So then the mind of the Buddha is inclined, okay, to inaction or aposoko. He does not. The Buddha did not want to teach at that time. Then the Brahma Samahampati. Okay. Now it's a question here when we say how can a Brahma he can read the Buddha's mind, you know? So we look at it like knowing his mind, the reflection in the mind, like the Brahma Sahampati managed to read the Buddha's mind. So it's a peculiar to think about that, right? Okay. Why you say that? Oh, the world is going to be destruction. So in the Pali Made Easy, there's this sentence, Nasati Watabo Loko, Vinasati Watabo Loko. So he said, oh, the world is surely going to destruction. The world is surely going to complete destruction. Because the Buddha, now this is the first time you see the word Tathagata, task gone. Here translated as rise on. Okay, his mind is not inclined to teach, not inclined to teach the Dhamma. Okay, then the Brahma, he appear from the Brahma world, appear in front of the Buddha, and he requests the Buddha. They said to, right? You can see imperative mode. Let the Buddha teach. Let the Bhagawa Dhammam. Bhagawa. Here he called the Buddha Bhagawa. Second time he called the Buddha Sugato. Now, when we learn the Dhamma, Bhagawa is blessed one. Sugato means well gone, all right? Or here translate happy one. So actually all these are different terms for Buddha, like Bhagawa, Tathagata, Sugato. So in this sentence, you already see there's a different way of how they address the Buddha. So Bhagawa, Sugato, earlier one was this one, Tathagata. So three different kind of like terms to describe the Buddha, but they are same. Okay, they are same. Right? So they say. So he actually the Brahma say this one. There are beings with little dust on eyes who are perishing through not hearing the Dhamma. There will be those who will be able to understand the Dhamma, right? Who will in future tense. Okay. Yeah. So now the question is why the Buddha need somebody to request him to teach the Dhamma, right? According to commentary, is because of course the Buddha will definitely preach the Dhamma because the Buddha he spent so many thousands of aeons or thousands of lifetime just to perfect his parami in order to be the Sama Sambuddha, fully enlightened Buddha. There's no reason why he didn't want to teach the Dhamma, right? So one of the reasons he needs somebody to request is first we want to make the Dhamma as more precious, right? It's like audience. If the audience invite the teacher to teach, then the Dhamma become more valuable. That's the reason here. Okay. Of course, the Buddha will know there will be somebody with little dust Okay, there will be somebody willing to listen to Dhamma, and there will be somebody be able to understand the Dhamma. The Buddha would know. But the reason why he needs somebody to request this Dhamma, because to be make the Dhamma more precious. Okay, and so on. Okay. All right. I think that's enough. Right. Okay, now that's why he need the Brahma request, right? So after that, after the Brahma request, he look at the world. Now you can see here, how does the Buddha feel about the world? He feel the world with the compassionate, karuna, compassion, right? So because of compassion, that's why the Buddha we call it Maha Karuna, because of the deep, great compassion of the Buddha. So that's why he willing to preach the Dhamma, right? So you can see, right, there are people with little dust. There are some people with great dust, some people with sharp faculties, some people with not sharp faculties. Faculty means like we say like faith, effort, wisdom, and so on. And some people are this one good condition or poor condition. Some are easy to teach, easy not easy to teach. And then some people they see, they understand if they been heedless in sensual desire, so this is brand worthy, and so on. And this point and is talking about simile here. Now that's why the in Buddhism we always have the simile of the lotus, right? So like some of the lotus in the water, they die in the water. Some they stand in the water, but some they stand above the water, untouched with the water. Because normally the lotus they born on the mud, so the mud are dirty. But some of the lotus be able to arise and stand above the water or above the mud. So they are clean, not dirty. Right? So when the Buddha see this, he he uh he willing to teach, right? Okay. Then the Sahapati, he feel happy because he already know that he requested the Buddha to teach and the Buddha already give permission. All right. So, okay. Okay. I think we finish up to here. It's already 1 hour. So it's good to do some meditation practice. Right. Okay. Now, the reason why I choose this sutta, okay, because I want you all to feel, to know the we call it the process of enlightenment of the Buddha. That's one thing. Another thing is this sutta actually quite easy to understand. And since this is a meditation class, not the Visuddhimagga, like yesterday we can talk very deep, a lot of numbers, a lot of facts, is okay. But since this is a meditation class, we want something more practical. Like in the sutta, actually you can see only few points. The main point is even the Buddha, he get very deep jhana, so he let go the jhana. Okay, it doesn't mean that we cannot use jhana. Yes, we can use the deep concentration for as a basis. Then as a base, based on deep concentration in the jhana, then we change to vipassana, which is very helpful for us. Because after the Buddha gave out, Bodhisattva gave out the two two jhana practice as taught by his two teacher. Then when he started to practice vipassana, he did, according to some of the texts say, he did based on his first jhana. Because he remember when he was a child, I think you heard story, right? So when the king Suddhodana, he brought him to the ploughing ceremony. So he left the child be attended by the attendants, but because of the it was a festival, so they all run away, leaving the baby Siddhartha. Then baby Siddhartha see nobody around, so he sat out and start to observe the breathing meditation and gain to first jhana. Okay, so this means that when Bodhisattva he start to practice, he remember his jhanic experience when he was young. So based on the jhanic experience, so he calmed down the mind. After that, he changed to vipassana. So this one also we can do it. But what if you don't have jhani, you don't have deep jhana, you don't have first jhana, second jhana, and so on? What you do is you can use the, we call it access concentration. Access concentration is a concentration just before the jhana. Okay, so as long as your mind can focus well on one object, so based on that concentration, you can change to vipassana also can. Of course, if you want to develop up to jhana, it's also possible. All right. So we are going to start with meditation. So today I will not give you any guidelines. So I think any of you not sure how to practice? Okay. You can just focus on your breathing, or you can do four great elements, not your body and mind as an object. Now, just now somebody carry, all right? She want to know what is energy, right? Now, energy is in the sutta, we have four types of energy. There are two to do with wholesome, two to do with unwholesome. All right, so I think I share the screen again. Okay, now, so this is called Samapadana. So two on unwholesome, to do with unwholesome, two to do with wholesome. All right. So this is a energy, viriya, or effort or energy. Now, if the already arisen, you need to stop it. Okay. If it not arisen, you need to prevent it. So if the wholesome not arisen yet, so you need to develop it. So if it has arisen, you need to develop and fulfill it. All right. So we need energy to do this in four ways. So these are four ways. Right. So I repeat. So two to do with unwholesome. If it the unwholesome things, for example, your greed, hatred, delusion, or whatever arisen, you need to stop it, prevent it from coming. So if not arisen, you need to prevent it, definitely. Yeah. And if wholesome not arising, you need to cultivate to develop it. If it has already arisen, you need to fulfill it. So it's much more time to develop it to more. Okay. So this energy are important in meditation or in our normal life. Okay. So what we do is we can just do about 45 minutes of practice or half an hour. So we can first, today I will not give you all instruction because today I'm actually quite tired. So what you do is you need to calm down your mind better. So focus your mind on your body. All right. So you can focus on breathing or focus on the four great elements in the body. So try to keep the mind. So if the mind wanders, you pull back, make sure the mind come back. Observe the breathing or observe the four great elements. All right. So I think we can start now. Okay. So after 45 or half an hour, then we will do sharing of minutes. All right. So basically, when we hear about this sutta, the main idea is to get to know the bodhisattva, how he fulfill his, how he finished the final step to become the Buddha, to become the Buddha. And the main thing is he contemplate the nature in his, in the life. The real nature means everybody is subject to aging, sickness, death, and it all starts because of the birth. So the Dhamma he learned is so profound that at first his mind is not, he does not want to teach, but it's because of he want the Brahma to request. After request, then he start to teach. Okay, so basically that's the conclusion today. And also, any questions you all want to ask? Anybody want to ask something? Okay. If no question, we do a short sharing of merit. Okay. Let us share the merits of listening to Dhamma, listening to Arya Pariyasana Sutta, the search of noble truth, the search of noble search. Sorry, the noble search. All right, so may we share the merits with all the sentient beings? Follow me. Etawata ja amhehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe dewa numodantu sabba sampati siddhya. Etawata ja amhehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampati siddhya. Etawadaja amhehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampadi siddhya. Idam me nyatina hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Idam me nyatina hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Idam me nyatina hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Okay. Let's finish by saying Buddha Sasana Chiram Tatu. May the teaching, the dispensation of the Buddha last long in the world. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Titatu. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Titatu. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Titatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, so we finish the session today. So if you want to practice, you can practice later or you can practice early in the morning. All right? Okay, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you for joining the class.
Thank you, Saiji.